We're back, it's October, and I am doing this again. But basically what I am doing, my book buying budget is entirely reliant on how many miles I run in the month. So if I run 5 miles in a day, I can spend $5 more on books that month. I did this for September and I ended up running 51 point something miles, which is pretty good. It should be really the lowest that I have this whole time because I'm upping my mileage as I am training more and more. I ended up buying 2 books as a result of that, and I had $3 left over. So we are starting the month with $3 already in the bank.
You in the backyard of your old farm in the summer. Stayed there for 3 weeks where we learned to love each other. Wrote you letters, sent a message to the that day. Skip to the present, haven't been so happy ever.
So there was a 5K today on like the track that we usually run. So I decided to like take a little bit of a different route because as I was running, like the first place runners were coming at me, which meant that like all the runners would be behind them. I just didn't want to be going against like the flow of traffic. So I was like, oh, I'll just take a turn. I'll like try to stay along the route as much as possible. But then when I went to turn around, I was like, I'll just make like a little loop and then continue back the path like mostly that I came here on. I did not do that. I just like kept going the wrong direction and now my run's over. It's been over and I still have a good ways left to go before I'm back at my car, so that's fun. Okay, I made it back to my car. I'm in a different shirt, but only because this is just over my other shirt because I was getting cold in the AC. Anyways, I made it back. I'm alive. So dumb that I got so lost. But the good thing is I stopped by one of the like little libraries that was along the way and I was like, you know what? I'll just take a peek. And I found Less is Lost in there, which is great. So this is a sequel to Less by Andrew Sean Greer, which I had read in 2020 and I really enjoyed, and I always like kind of considered reading this one but never did. But it was kind of funny because I decided to run like the rest of the way back because I was like, oh, I might as well be making money for books if I have this long walk to do anyways, and I'm already in my running clothes and I'm already sweating, even though I was very tired because this is just supposed to be like a 5-mile run and it turned into like a 6.5-mile run. So I mean, for a 1.5 miles I was carrying a book while running that has Lost on it in like all caps. I felt like I was just self-reporting like, hi, I'm lost. I'm running, I'm carrying a book and I'm lost.
What's it like inside your mind, my dear? And do you find it terrifying there? You always let me know. You always let me go my way.
Okay, I just got back from Barnes & Noble and it ended up being $73. So this would have been combined the mileage that I had this month plus the leftover from that I didn't like spend from last month. So the total ended up being like $73 and like something cents. Klaus is like really trying to get into my Barnes & Noble bag. So I kind of had an idea going into it. So I thought that it was gonna be really quick, but I ended up being there for quite a while. But the ones that I was pretty sure that I was going to do was, this is so out of my element, this is gonna seem really weird, but the first one I got was The Boyfriend Candidate by Ashley Winstead. Who even am I? I don't read a lot of romance, but every time I say that, I always follow it up with being like, I really wish that I did though, because I love like rom-com movies and I want to love the books as much as that. But Ashley Winstead also writes thrillers and I have officially read all of the thrillers. I've loved them all. And she's written 2, I'm so sorry if you can hear Klaus, he is chewing on cardboard behind me. But I loved her thrillers so much and she's written 2 romance novels. And so I was like, maybe maybe this is it. Maybe this is what I need. And then the other book that I was pretty sure that I wanted to pick up was The Silent Patient, because Michaelides? Every time I go to say his name, I'm like, you should really look that up. He's coming to Tampa in January for the release of his third book, The Fury, and I haven't read any of his books, but I really want to go to this event because it's so rare that we get authors that come to Tampa or like anywhere around here, especially like big, well-known authors. So I was like, I should read The Silent Patient. It's one that has been like on my list to read for a long time. And now I'm finally gonna do it. And then I've also been kind of considering doing like a dark academia video. I'm not sure exactly when, but I kind of want to do it soon. So The Silent Patient kind of fits in with that. But also I saw If We Were Villains, and for some reason I thought this was a YA, but it wasn't in the YA section. And so I picked it up and I read the back, and it sounds really good. The atmosphere of it sounds good. It seems like kind of a closed cast, or where it like focuses on like a small group of people, which is something that I really like. So I'm excited about this one. And then it took me forever to pick my fourth book. I had like $17 and like something cents left over for my fourth and final book because I forgot that I was a member until she asked me, and then I was like, wait, why don't you check this email? And it turned out I was a member. And so really I got these like at a discount, so I could have spent more, but I didn't know that at the time. So I was like trying to pick my fourth book, and I was close to picking the collection of short stories from the Expanse series because I'm reading that and I would like to kind of like supplement my reading with those and like read those where they're supposed to slot into the larger series. And then I also saw another romance book that I was thinking of picking up, which was like a collection of short stories that were all enemies to lovers, which again seems weird for me, but that's only because I'm thinking of in December doing a video where I try reading romance books, and I now only have 2. That's including the one I just got. So I was kind of thinking of getting a third one. So I was gonna do that. I had that one as a part of my group, and I was walking out the store, and then I noticed that on one of the tables that was like a buy one get one 50% off, that The Silent Patient was on that table. You guys wanna go out? Go ahead. So then I was like, well, maybe I should be getting another book that's buy one get one 50% off. If I'm already gonna be getting one, like why would I not get the 50% off one? You know what I mean? So then I went back to the tables and I was like looking at each of the little tables that had those signs up, and eventually, and I put the like short story collection back, the Enemies to Lovers short story collection, and eventually I decided on The It Girl by Ruth Ware, because it's the only Ruth Ware book that I haven't read at this point. I wasn't as excited about it when I picked it up there, because mostly I think it's just because I was hungry at that point and I didn't plan on being in Barnes & Noble that long. And so it like got to a point where I was just like reading the backs of books and thinking like, would I normally be interested in this? Because I wasn't interested in anything at that point. I just wanted to eat. But I ended up picking up this one because I figured it was a safe bet, because I knew that in the past I was interested in it, and also it's the only Ruth Ware that I haven't read at this point. And then I can make an update to my video about all of Ruth Ware's books ranked. So it seemed like a good idea. That being said, because I ended up doing like a buy one get one half off deal, and then I went to the front counter and found out that I had like a discount for being a member, I actually came in way under what I had. So that'll be great going into November. Anyways, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you for coming along with me on another month of doing this. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.